story begins with a man on a train, nervously traveling. He runs into trouble when a group from his past catches up to him, covering the area in fog. The man fights skillfully but is outnumbered. Despite his quick reflexes, he eventually gets caught and killed by the villainous man. Meanwhile, farmer Joe Logan enjoys time with his family on his farm. They joke around and Joe works on his motorbike. They hear about the man's death on the news, worrying Sarah Logan. She fears it might be related to the Oni, but Joe assures her they are safe. Sarah is terrified of someone named the Harbinger, but Joe reassures her. They take precautions to hide their identities. They enjoy a happy family life, with Joe trying to be a good dad. On Kyle Logan's birthday, they have a barbecue and celebrate. Kyle receives gifts from Joe, including a video game and a helmet he prefers over a scary mask. Later that night, attackers come, and Joe fights them off, but he's outnumbered. He hears his family in danger and rushes to help. Despite being injured, he fights to reach them, but finds them dead. He confronts the attackers, but is too weak to continue. The attackers flee when they hear sirens, and Joe collapses. He wakes up in the hospital, grieving for his family. Mike Morris and Emma Samanda from the FBI approach him for help with their investigation, sensing his anger. As Emma watches from the rooftop, Joe recalls his final moments with his family, overcome with fury at their deaths. Fueled by anger, he stabs himself with a metal needle, triggering a strange transformation. Suddenly, assassins attack, but Joe fights back fiercely, displaying incredible strength and skills. Using his newfound abilities, Joe defeats many assailants, leaving Emma bewildered. Ignited by rage, Joe continues battling through more attackers, eventually triumphing even as more assailants confront him. Meanwhile, Mike witnesses the intense fight and is shocked by Joe's abilities. Joe confronts the leader, engaging in a tough battle. Despite being trapped momentarily, Joe breaks free and overwhelms his opponent with his shadowy powers, ultimately defeating him. Joe discovers a hidden box at home, containing mementos of happier times with his family. Overwhelmed by grief and anger, he sets fire to the house, watching his past life burn. Wearing a mask amidst the flames, Joe's rage remains unabated, signaling his enduring fury. The story continues with the family keeping a secret method safe, but they cannot tell anyone about it, no matter what. They are devoted to Japan but leave because of increasing terrorist attacks, saying it is for Japan's future. Anyone who disagrees, they get rid of. Then we see a man finding his dead wife, but his son Higan is still alive. But it is just a dream of our main character, a grieving widower who wants revenge. He catches a gross ninja he defeated before and hangs him upside down, but then he faints. An old guy talks to him like he is Higan, asking why he is not using his disguise. Higan says the disguise is not working, surprising the old guy who usually sees him beat up. The old guy warns against using a special technique because it is really dangerous. The doctor examines Higan's wound, surprised by his survival and suspecting outside help. He advises Higan to rest for several days. Determined for revenge, Higan awakens and confronts the bad ninja, fueled by vengeance. Despite the ninja's resistance, Higan perseveres until he defeats him. Meanwhile, Mike's superior removes him from Joe's case, frustrating and puzzling him. Emma's cryptic remarks about Joe's family raises suspicion, hinting at a deeper plot. As she alludes to their fake identities, Higan's true identity as Joe becomes apparent. Higan, concerned about a mysterious gift, raced on his old motorbike to find those responsible for hurting his family. Despite searching everywhere, he found no clues. At a bar, he witnessed corrupt police officers. Ignoring their demands, Higan swiftly incapacitated them with his martial arts skills, causing chaos. He called Mike for help. Simultaneously, Mike reprimanded Emma for neglecting her work for virtual reality. Learning about Higan's situation, Mike asked Emma to locate him. They agreed to meet at a Chinese restaurant. Meanwhile, Higan encountered Oza advertisements on his way. At the restaurant, he surprised Mike, who demanded proof of his identity. Higan only provided Mike's own business card, frustrating him. Oza delivery men interrupted, but Higan dealt with them effortlessly. Mike inquired about the hospital incident, interrupted by armed attackers. Higan defeated them using his shadow powers, revealing his ninja identity to Mike. As gunfire erupted, they fled to the roof, suspecting Oz's involvement. Meanwhile, elsewhere, a person named Zai revealed Higan's survival to others. In a gloomy setting, a group fixated on peculiar dreams amid their enthusiasm over a poor replica of a famous statue. A plea for help went unanswered, leading to a brutal attack, resulting in a car crash and fire. Meanwhile, a peculiar individual licks his cell phone, pondering about Higan in a photo. In a secret base, we see a ninja talking with Master Yamaji, expressing boredom with his job. Conversing with Master Yamaji, he advocated for abandoning old traditions, but Yamaji emphasized eliminating those who deviated from the norm to protect secrets. Higan, a formidable ninja, defied death using forbidden techniques, prompting plans for punishment. Simultaneously, the mysterious Angel of Death sought vengeance on corrupt ninjas. At the FBI, Mike was frustrated with diverting focus from a financial crime investigation. Despite retirement offers, Mike remained adamant about combating wrongdoing. Suspicious of gifts, including a fishing rod, curiosity arose. Meeting Higan in a somber locale, Mike reminisced about his lost family. They discussed a unique weapon linked to a specific company, causing FBI apprehension due to the assailants' ties. Despite the danger, Mike vowed to continue fighting, and Higan remained resolute in seeking justice for his family. Their conversation was interrupted by Higan's unexpected gift to Mike, leading to an unexpected alliance. The widower's preference for an energy drink over sake hinted at his unique tastes. Mike scolded Emma for tardiness, sparking banter about his vintage car. Surprised by Higan's knowledge of her car, Emma invited him to see her new one, equipped with Auza tech info. Rumors about Auza's involvement in journalist deaths and dubious dealings fueled suspicion. Meanwhile, Auza's boss envisioned the company's dominance through power reactor technology. Master Yamaji disapproved of Auza's experiments on elderly ninjas. Emma suggested visiting Auza City for insights, causing chaos with her car. Amidst the chaos, a ninja attacked, but Higan's skill prevailed. Higan defeated the ninja with moves inspired by One Piece. He retrieved a device from the ninja, activating it and catching the attention of a sinister figure nearby. Finding Mike and Emma unconscious, Higan discovered the mysterious caller wanting to converse. The mysterious person ensured secrecy during their conversation with Higan, hinting at assistance. They discussed the tight security at Auza City, proposing a meetup. Meanwhile, Mike woke to find a drawing of his daughter, feeling remorse for neglecting family time. Higan arrived offering aid from an undisclosed source. Mike hesitated, but Emma highlighted Auza City's security vulnerabilities, sparking hope. At Auza's main office, the boss strategized with ninjas, anticipating Higan's arrival for intel on his secret techniques. Yamaji instructed Zai on a different approach to draw out Higan's skills. Higan rode helmetless, lost in memories of his past. The ninja followed rules that said they had to not share their feelings with each other and put the mission before their own safety. Higan, Zai, and Mari got their names and special moves, making them the famous trio of light version ninjas. Yamaji was proud of them, but Higan reminded everyone that they had to keep their special moves secret. They became close friends and promised to always work together. During their missions, they did their jobs quickly, but Mari got hurt because she was not paying attention. Higan broke the rules to help her and made sure she was okay. Even though they did something against the rules, they became even closer, and they had a special moment together until Zai showed up. Zai was mad at Higan for something he did before. Meanwhile, Mike and Emma went to meet Jason Cardenas, who was in charge of a secret online group. At the same time, Higan talked with a secret source and found out that Auza City had really strict security. They had sensors and a strong shield, so they had to sneak in from underground. Higan moved quietly through the building, but set off an alarm by accident. He fought with the guards, but beat them. As Higan got close to the shield, Zai stopped him, showing they had a history together. Higan confronts Zai, accusing him of involvement in Mari's death on Yamaji's orders. Zai warns Higan of his impending demise due to his defiance against the ninja organization. Meanwhile, Mike discovers the address of a former Auza researcher in a decrepit house. Uncertain of the researcher's credibility, he consults Emma, who suggests the researcher might still provide valuable information. Mike enters and meets Jason Cardenas, inebriated and wary of Auza's pursuit. At Auza City, a system error allows Higan to breach the barrier, signaling potential insider aid. The CEO anticipates Higan's arrival, indifferent to collateral damage. A covert source alerts Higan of the organization's trap. In Jason's residence, Mike attempts to extract information diplomatically. Jason fears Auza's retaliation and reveals suspicions of the company's misconduct. Meanwhile, Higan encounters a group of ninjas in the city's shadows, gearing up for a perilous skirmish. In their makeshift office, Mike and Jason attempt to hack Auza's servers, uncovering a file named Bound containing Emma's name, raising suspicions. As the alarm sounds, they flee, evading mercenaries with a clever ruse. Higan combats Auza's mercenaries skillfully, utilizing smoke bombs and demonstrating his prowess in battle. Back on the road, Mike and Jason flee from pursuing mercenaries. Jason maneuvers deftly, evading their attackers. Spotting a truck, Jason seizes the chance, crashing into it to disable one enemy car. Mike directs Jason to slow down and take cover behind him. A shot through the window forces the car to crash. Meanwhile, Higan encounters two security guards who flee, realizing they are outmatched. Higan boards an elevator, reflecting on his family as he ascends. Encircled by colossal robots, he impresses the Auza executives observing from afar. Yamaji surveils from a helicopter, becoming a target for Higan's failed assault. Higan struggles against the ninja's armor and resorts to a risky move, risking his life. Amidst chaos, Dilly attacks Higan, prompting a fierce struggle. Despite the odds, Higan fights on, using smoke grenades and quick strikes. However, the ninja's armor proves formidable, leading Higan to contemplate his fate. As Zai moves to finish Higan, a mysterious pink-clad ninja intervenes, saving him. She disables the ninja's armor and rescues Higan. Meanwhile, Jason assists the injured Mike to safety. Higan reflects on the situation, disappointed by his failure to exact revenge. After Higan's escape, Zai and another organization member are surprised by the girl's intervention, but a small ninja advises them to stay calm as they are already pursuing him. Meanwhile, a cryptic message spreads in the city about Higan leaving the organization's stronghold. Higan undergoes treatment in a water tank with advanced technology, attended by Emma, who discloses her mission from the organization's boss to investigate Higan's resurrection. She apologizes for her FBI cover and warns him about the organization's powerful suits. However, she offers hope with a special mask. Meanwhile, Yamaji receives reports of a missing supersuit prototype, but remains unconcerned. Emma struggles to assemble the Kamui suit due to missing components. Mike wakes from a coma and decides to stick with Emma to uncover the organization's plans. Despite the danger, Emma resolves to continue her efforts. Higan recalls his family's tragic fate and finds strength in his girlfriend's advice. Meanwhile, Yamaji learns of a location with unusual energy usage, hinting at a significant secret device. The organization decides to investigate further to stop their target. Emma talks about the new ninja suit, Kamui, which connects to the wearer's mind for better fighting. It puts the wearer into a deep sleep, making them unaware of their surroundings. Emma reveals she saved Higan when his family was killed. An alarm goes off, and members of the organization show up, causing chaos. Emma ends up in a truck, facing off against a dwarf ninja. Meanwhile, Mike looks for Emma with Jason's help. They need a computer and remember where to find one. In the fight, Emma uses her skills to call for help, but faces the dwarf ninja alone. Higan is put to sleep for surgery and receives a message from Emma about Mari saving her in the past. The surgery finishes and Higan emerges wearing the Kamui suit as the city goes dark.